Hi, my name is Sheila, and I am so excited to be a part of this virtual catalog tour. And in my video, I am going to be featuring the Brewed for You bundle. It includes the Brewed for You stamp set and the Brewed dies. Let's get started. This is what the stamp set and bundle looks like. This is the Brewed for You stamp set. It is a photopolymer stamp set, and that means that it's a clear stamp. So you would mount it on a block like this, and because it's clear, it's see-through, so you know exactly where you'll be stamping on your project. This is also a two-step stamp set, and what that means is there are images in here that coordinate together. For example, this liquid part coordinates with this mug part. You can stamp one color on top of this mug to complete a full image. This liquid part coordinates with this pint glass, and this liquid part coordinates with this wine glass and goblet glass. And these are the dies that go along with this stamp set and coordinates together. And I will show you each of the individual components and how they work. You can find this bundle in the 2022 to 2023 annual catalog. It is listed on page 83 of the catalog. You can see these are the stamped images like I showed you before, and you save 10% off if you were to get the bundle, the stamp and the dies that go along with it. This is what's included inside the stamp set. There's the large mug, the pint glass, the growler, and then the wine glass. These are the sentiments: another round for your birthday, oh, ale, yes, and I owe you one or several. There's the stamp set for the large foam, small foam, bubbles. This is the two-step part, which is the liquid that goes into the pint glass, the liquid that goes into the wine glass, and the liquid that goes into the mug. And this is what the two-step looks like when you combine them together. And this is with the foam on top. Coordinates very nicely. This is a depiction of what the dies look like. What's included is the hops, the outline of the hops with the leaves. This is a die of the foam. I just die cut it again with the stamp image on top. This is a die cut of the large foam. This is a die cut of the liquid inside that belongs in the mug. This is the liquid that goes inside the pint glass. And this is the liquid that goes inside the wine glass. And you can see in the liquid, if I do that, you can see that there's embossed bubbles within this die cut. And this die cut has two parts. One is the foam piece and the liquid piece. So if you wanted to use foam in a different color, you could. And you can see the embossed bubbles right there very nicely. The dies include the growler, the mug, the pint glass, and the wine glass. And there's another special die that has this three section together where you can punch out. So you can make this mug and you can make it into like a shaker card. You can see through the mug right there. So this three set goes together. You can punch it in here. And I believe you can also punch it into the growler as well. Now I'd like to show you again what the stamps and dies look like. The dies here are on the left, and you can see this is the die for the liquid that goes inside the pint glass. This is the die that goes with this mug. This is the large foam, the small foam. This is the growler. These are the three-step internal part that you can cut out from the mug and the growler. This is the liquid part inside the wine glass, and these are the hops and the three leaves that are included. And again, these are the photopolymer stamps that you can see they're see-through, so you know exactly where you are placing your image in your project. These are some samples I made with the Brewed For You bundle. This first card is made with simple stamping. I stamped the pint glasses as part of the background onto this gray granite cardstock, added the sentiment with some linen thread, did my two-step stamping for my pint glass, used crushed curry and gray granite, and a simple card is done really quickly. The second card I did very similarly. This time for the background pint glass, I added the foam on top of the pint glass. I just stamped that in various areas to form the background. Added the sentiment here and did two-step stamping. And I just kind of masked this part so it just looked like the liquid was kind of tilting over to fill the glass. Added some linen thread here. For this card, I wanted to stamp a bunch of these mugs. And instead of having the mugs kind of overlapping each other, I used the masking technique. So I used it in a way where you won't, this mug appears like it's in front of this mug, which appears in front of this mug. I added the foam pieces on top, and I added Wink of Stella to make them glisten a little bit so that they look foamy. I added Sahara sand ribbon as an accent. In this card, I wanted to make a more child or kid-friendly theme, and I thought these mugs could look like root beer floats or even chocolate milkshake. And instead of doing the two-step stamping, I die cut the mug and then I die cut the liquid. And you can see I die cut this in early espresso, and you can see that there's the bubbles that are embossed right in the liquid. So I think that's kind of really neat. And I cut out the foam and I used the white chalk ink pen to highlight the foam on these pieces. I used the tailor-made tag to make this sentiment piece. And for this sentiment piece, I also use the masking technique. And instead of it saying, you know, another round for your birthday, I just masked off another round. And the background, I used the 3D embossing folder, brick and mortar. And I thought this would be a fun kid's birthday card. Thinking of you on your special day. And that's from the Inspired Thoughts stamp set. This card I wanted to make a little bit more feminine. I used the Time Worn 3D embossing folder for the background, and I cut out the wine glass in vellum to make it look a little bit more elegant, and used Mary Merlot to cut out the liquid part, and you can see the bubbles there very nicely. I added some leaves on early espresso cardstock, and this is the old olive ribbon that comes in a 2-pack with the Sahara sand. This one is like a fun fold. So it goes like this, and it's a fun fold. This card, I used the growlers in a set, and I put it on a tailor tag. I used the 3D embossing folder, brick and mortar, and this rustic metallic adhesive dot. This one I made into an easel card. And the sentiment inside here says, another round for your birthday. This card, I was inspired by Jennie M from Jennie M's Stampin' Spot, and I thought it would be a good card to celebrate the upcoming 4th of July holiday, and so I really liked the red, white, and blue theme, and I made this card into this diagonal fun fold that I learned from Suestampfield, and I stamped the mug images as the background, and I stamped it in Sahara sand. The sentiment says, I owe you one or several, and that's where you can write your message. And I believe the colors I used here was Real Red and Night of Navy. And this background die cut is actually from the new decorative circle punch. So it's in a circle, but it has like a wavy border. So I use that as the background. So I thought this would be a fun card for the upcoming 4th of July holiday. This is a magic slider card. I got inspired from watching a YouTube video by Peggy from Stamp with Peggy. And this is the magic slider card that shows the beer filling up, the beer glass filling up with beer. Isn't that fun? And there's the foam. And it says, another round for your birthday. I added the rustic metallic adhesive dot and again the Sahara sand ribbon behind there. This is the inside of the card. And last but not least, this is the last card that I made, and it was definitely so fun. So I made this kind of like a shaker card, but instead of shaker elements, there's actually liquid inside here. I cased this card from Tran from Crafting Daily Dose, and I think she made a similar card using the Whiskey Business stamp set. And when I saw that card, I totally fell in love, and I knew I had to make one for this bundle. So you can see that when I shake it, there's bubbles that are inside the liquid that comes up, and it looks like beer. Another technique that I used in this card is the mirror stamping technique. What's included in this stamp set is the mug with the handle on the right side. Well, I wanted to make a mug with the handle on the left side. So now it looks like the two mugs are doing this, like cheers. So I thought that was really fun. And I used the stitched rectangle dies for matting the Sahara sand and the Cajun craze on top of the early espresso cardstock. I use the hops dies with the leaves and the rustic metallic adhesive dots as accents. And this card was so fun for me to make. I'm really excited. And last but not least, I wanted to share with you my final project, which is this 2-page scrapbooking layout. I think this layout can be so versatile. I think that it can be used for a 21st birthday party. It can be used to document your vacation, maybe retirement, maybe even a bachelorette party or a bachelor's party. I think it's very versatile. I had a lot of fun making it. I used the designer series paper from He's the Man Suite. I felt like all the colors blended very well together. Cajun craze, old olive, early espresso. And you can see that I used a variety of embellishments and elements there. I liked to use the mugs there, and then the leaves, and different spaces for 4x6 photos and 4x4 photos, and the varying elements and die cuts that were included in this bundle. And I think this was a lot of fun to do. So this is a recap of the projects I made with this bundle. I made this magic slider card. And I forgot to mention I used the stitched greenery as the background paper for this. I used this 4th of July kind of fun Z-fold card. This fun easel card. This card reminds me of like a girl's getaway. It would be nice to give this card to a girlfriend. A kid-themed card. Milkshakes, chocolate milkshakes, root beer floats. Another birthday card with lots of little mugs. Another birthday card as if the growler is pouring over the pint glasses. And then this simple card. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and inspiring. I hope you have as much fun playing with this bundle as I did. If you have any questions, please contact your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks again. Bye.